Welcome to this video where I want to share with you 3 really useful resources if you are moving to a new area in the UK. So it might be that you have just got your first job and you are moving to the UK. It might be an NHS job and you're coming to an area you don't know anything about. Or it might be that you are already in the UK but you have a new job or a new rotation and you are moving to a completely different area. And spending some time researching the different areas can not only help you make a decision if you have multiple job opportunities, but it can also really prepare you for the move, and it can help you to settle quicker, settle better, and understand the area that you're going to be moving into so there's no nasty surprises. So the first online resource I want to share with you is called In Your Area. So if you just go to Google or any other search engine and type In Your Area, it will come up, okay? And basically you put in your postcode. So let's say this is my postcode here. You select 3 or more areas that interest you. So there are, to be honest, you could probably just put any area because they're all going to be close to where you're living. Okay, so we've selected these 3 areas. So this is a full postcode. So to be honest, if you're moving to an area and you don't have an exact postcode at this point, just put in any local postcode. Okay, look it up, put in any local postcode close to where you're living. Okay, so let's save that. Now you might want to select home, work or other. Let's try work. So basically everything is in one place here. You've got a live feed where you will get up-to-date news in your local area. Okay, so police find cash and drugs after pulling over a car at the Black Cat roundabout, road changes planned, which roads are closed and delayed, houses for rent, new homes launched with subsidised mortgages. So you get kind of all sorts of updates from local news. Let's have a scroll down. Seasonal food to harvest, buy and sow during September, Saxon Manor Care Home, police find cash and drugs. So then you've got all different links that you can tap on. So that's kind of finding out about what's going on in your area. We've got weather and we've got travel. Okay, but that's just the start. You can go directly onto the news site where you can look in more depth at the local news topics that are coming up in your area. May give you a sense of what the main issues are in your area. To be honest, some of the stuff that makes top news here are really boring things, and that's quite nice. It means there's nothing majorly horrible going on that often makes the front page news. You can look at the community board. Okay, so this is where people can post questions and comment on different things. And another great section is memory lane. So this is when people post photos local to your area. So if I say went to Enfield, this is where I grew up. Okay, Enfield, UK. And people have shared old images from that area, which can be really interesting. And you can look up certain categories as well. So if you go into categories, you can look up, sorry, I'm blocking this, but health and medical. So if I select health and medical, let's just come here, sorry. Okay, health and medical. It will browse different photos that are related to health and medical in the Enfield area, and you can click in, I'm sure, to some of these and find out more information. Okay, so that's just a little aside in your area. You also have about my area, so things around coronavirus, living costs, so it gives you average monthly bills. So this can be really useful if you're trying to plan finances. You can look at average monthly electricity prices, bin collection dates, stats for the neighbourhood, so crimes, looking at the percentage, average house prices, and then school guides, latest posts around coronavirus and local things that are going on. So that's really, really helpful. You can go and get more information about local schools. This is our local secondary school. You can view ratings and information there. You can look specifically at all of these different things. Funeral notices, hopefully you won't need to look at. And then we've got local services. Okay, so you can look at different services that are local to your area. You can look at jobs, homes near you, things to do. This looks like it's new. So things that are going on, which will be new. And then you've got a whole list on here of things that you might be interested in. So in your area is absolutely fantastic to get to know average house prices, electricity bills, information about schools, information about what's going on in your local area, information about news, travel, to get a sense of what it might be like. So in your area, really fantastic resource. The second one I want to bring your attention to is Facebook. Facebook is fantastic for local community groups that offer a whole host of information. So if you just go up and search in Facebook, okay, so if I search St Neots, that's the area that I live in, okay, and I click groups, this shows me all the different local St Neots groups. So there's specific selling sites, which can be really useful if you're looking for secondhand furniture or anything else really that people are selling secondhand. You can look at referrals and recommendations. That will be about services, businesses, places to do, restaurants to eat in. And you'll get little information about what each group is about. Some are public, some are private. So you will have to request to join some of them. Now, if I go into this one, this is one that I've joined that I find really helpful. And people come on here and say, help, I need a good garage. What would you recommend? I need a tutor for my child. What would you recommend? What's the best Indian restaurant in this area? And you just get masses of responses. This is a really active group. I found this really helpful. You've got someone here, best garage for MOT and services, people looking for local cat shelters, window cleaners, quote and advice about internal doors and like building projects. And then you get businesses as well telling them about what they do. So if you come on here and say, for example, you need information, let me just come out of that. So you might want to search in this group for Chinese takeaway. This is a search I did recently. And it will bring up any old post where people have requested information. Okay, looking for Chinese takeaway recommendations, and then there's 51 comments there. So I love Facebook groups. If you're moving to an area, get in, have a look at the different groups, join a few local groups. The selling site's really, really good. I've bought lots of secondhand things, secondhand school uniforms, secondhand furniture, secondhand books for my children. Really, really good way as well to meet people. So in your area, Facebook local groups. And then finally, YouTube is a fantastic resource for looking more about the regional accent and the dialect of the area that you're going to be moving to. And this is really, really important, because if it's your first time in the UK, or if you're moving to a different region of the UK, you must be prepared for the regional accent in the area that you're moving to, because you may not have heard it before. It might be an accent that's very different to what you're used to listening to, and you don't want to go there and start your new job and suddenly find that you're really struggling to tune into a lot of what your patients and colleagues are saying. So, say for example, you have got a job in Manchester. Type into Google or any other search engine, regional accent in Manchester, because all the regional accents have a name. So Mancunian, people living in Manchester are known as Mancunians. Their accent is known as the Mancunian or Manchester accent. So now we can go into YouTube, and sorry about all these videos, these are the ones my kids like to watch, they're not the ones that I watch. And if we type in Mancunian, okay, and we go to videos here, so you will find loads and loads of videos about Manchester accent, Manchester phrases and accent. You've got British accent, this lady's really good, English like a native, and they will go through what's different about the local accent, how the sounds work, what are particular dialect, specific words and phrases they'll use in that area. And you can start to at least tune into the language that you're likely to be surrounded to, so it's not a big shock when you get there. So I hope that's helpful. In your area, Facebook local groups, YouTube to research local accent and dialect. I hope there's many more resources that you can access, but those are 3 ones to get you started, and I hope that's really helpful.